I would tell you that you hit on something that I've been hearing over and over again is that personal connection, that human connection. Uh, Actually, all day yesterday, I was
Mhm.
meeting with clients. I was meeting with, people contractors, people I work with, like
Yeah.
meeting people in person. Okay. Makes a huge difference. Like in this world since COVID, like, you know, I'm just done with the meetings, and I feel like a lot of other people are too. And I think that meeting somebody in person, it's a different level now, right? And even sending stuff in the mail, it's a different level of just it being all digital and online. And I feel like there's a pendulum that swings back and forth. And I love what you're saying about like the automation. So, you know, for those of that you listen to the show, I might be creating a vocabulary that you're familiar with, but people a lot of times that reach out to me have a problem, and then they go online and they do a bunch of research, and then they like binge listen to a couple of shows, and then they message me and they're like, I'm trying to solve this problem.
Mhm.
And you know, I just feel like everything's been accelerated. Okay. Like the trend online, the trend of paid ads because of COVID, like what's possible, automation. So a lot of those tasks that you can hand off, I feel like AI is a superpower to a degree, because it just amplifies whatever you're really good at, but it also amplifies what you're really bad at, right?
Yep.
And so like data hygiene is becoming like, I was joking halfway about starting like a nonprofit about like data hygiene because no one teaches it, no one talks about it.
Mhm.
And people are talking about hallucinations. I'm like, if your data's not clean, like there's going to be false positives. There's going to be bad
Yeah.
data. If you're not prompting things correctly and not telling it what to do,
Or even if
it,
you're miscommunicating on something. I mean, I know that everyone always says this, that communication is important, but now literally more than ever. And it amplifies that. It actually shows if you are not able to communicate your thoughts clearly because you are its manager. So if you get garbage output, you know why.
yeah, but I think it's a mirror, right? Like I think it's a mirror.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like if you're trying to train somebody how to do something, and you
Yeah.
have literally like, if you say, okay, this is a really, really intelligent like intern or person
Yeah.
that doesn't understand the industry, but they're super smart,
Yeah.
and you don't lay out your steps or your SOP or communicate clearly what you're asking for, the output you're going to get is not what you're looking for. And then you're like, well, why did I get this output? And then it's like, there's nobody gets like, oh, the model's bad. It's
Mhm.
like, well, maybe it's human error to a certain degree of how you interact with the model. And, you know, when, when AI really came on the scene, just a little backstory on me for those that listen, I didn't talk about AI initially, right? Like I didn't want to start saying stuff that I didn't know. I was on like SE Rankings, one of their first podcasts about AI. And I had just started to use it. And I was like,
Yeah.
here is what I'm doing with it. Here's what I'm using. But I wasn't really talking about it. And I went back to school. Like I went back, I took
Mhm.
classes at Harvard. I took classes at Oxford. Like I learned at the basics and built the foundation and understood it, and then kind of moved through some prompt engineering. And I think that, um, everybody's starting to compress that knowledge and growing. And now we're kind of in the world of agents and stuff like that. But this is a foundational technology like the internet, right? And it was funny joking with some clients that they used to say that on the resume, right? Like when people are applying for jobs, they said it used to say experience with the World Wide Web on resumes, right?
World Wide Web is already a flag.
Yeah, yeah. It was like World Wide Web. Like, and this was like when no one wanted to put in their credit card online, and
Yeah.
you're still kind of in dial up. I mean, AI is now something, a skill set that I believe employers are looking for. I believe agencies, like you're getting investigated on, where are you using this? And I think there's a lot of lip service that's happening
Mhm.
currently.
Yeah.
And I do think people are starting to use it and catch up. But I mean, this is like as big or bigger, probably bigger I believe, bigger than the internet, right? So like, if you knew that the internet was going to become what it was going to become, then like, why would you not embrace this? And I think you already see the like productivity gains, and you see what's possible. And going back to what you said, being a creative, certainly I have a creative side as well. And it allows you to do so much more in other verticals, and it lets you touch other things. And, creatives can bridge like, you don't have to go learn Python, right? I mean, there are things that like I wanted to do. I have this huge book on like, I want to automate everything with Python, right? And I'm like starting to read it. And now I'm like reading the book and I'm going, all right, let me like get the gist of the overview. And then I'm like, all right, let's go, like Claude, So so I don't know. I'm curious also from an interpretation standpoint for you,